So when you're playing defense, one of the biggest things is finding your athletic stance. So a lot of times people will tell you get really wide, but don't get too wide to where you're not even mobile. You want to get in a nice athletic stance. You want to be on your toes. You need to be high enough on your heels to where you can slide a credit card under your foot. And the biggest thing is being able to make sure you can move laterally. When you're moving as well, you don't want to gallop like this. That's how you fall, get crossed, and get embarrassed. And you don't want to drag your foot because that slows you down. You want to have your foot pretty much glide over the floor. So you're coming like that, you see? Let it glide over the floor. So if you want to try that, just a few reps each way. Good. But when you're doing it, you don't want your feet to get too close. You want to have shorter chops. Keep your feet at least outside of your shoulders. There you go, better. Good. So now, once you get into it, you want to start adding a little bit more movement to it. So for instance, say somebody's driving left or to your right, you go right, and then left if they try to cross over. Same thing, if they're dropping to your left, their right, we'll go left, and then right if they cross over. So let's see. There you go. Good, remember, don't let those feet get too close. You want to be wide and spread out. Now, we're gonna, you might have to pretend you have somebody you're defending, but for the sake of the drill, I'll show you. So if he's going to his right, hold on. So if he's going to his right, dribble with your right hand, but stay in place. You want to have your right hand down, left hand up. So if he crosses, your hand is right there. If he tries to pass it, you can deflect the ball. So when he's going, so if you dribble this way, you're right here, you want to cut him off. Once you cut him off, then he switches, and you go right here. Just like that. And you can do this without somebody having the ball. You just have to use your imagination. Again, you're not, pretend he's not there. I'm playing defense, I'm right here. He's going this way, I cut him off, cut him off, cut him off, right there. Just like that. Let's see it. Switch me up.
Good.
Good. There you go. Good. And the last thing before we go, for instance, if somebody's dribbling the ball and he gets past me, if you do this, that's a foul. A lot of times, even if you don't touch them, just the movement, they're gonna call a foul. But if you go faster and you swipe up, generally that's not gonna be a foul. So some of the biggest things that you want to take away from the game is understanding that it changes as you get older. Once you get to high school, you're gonna play against people who might be 4 years older than you. You get to college, you might play against people who are 5 or 6 years older than you. And lucky enough, if you get to the pros, then that's a different monster. You're playing against 35, 40 years old, grown men. And so just making sure you understand that the game is gonna change, but also that you have to get your basketball IQ up, and you gotta understand how to adapt to those changes, how to read the game, how to navigate the game, manipulate the game to where you're gonna be successful. And the biggest thing is, I know it's hard right now because of the pandemic, but just being able to look at NBA college games. I prefer a lot of players look at college because that's the most fundamentally sound type of game. College, and then maybe looking at FIBA or EuroLeague games. Those are the ones that will really teach you the fundamentals, and it makes it a lot more realistic when transitioning to high school or middle school basketball. But biggest thing, learn the game, keep studying the game, and practice. Practice, 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 whether it be in your driveway, if you can get to the outside court, that would be good, but continue to practice. Even if you're just walking around with the ball in your hands, just playing around, or even a tennis ball, keeping the tennis ball with you at all times. Those are some of the best practices to be successful. That's what I did. I always played basketball, always had a basketball in my hand, or I'll always be practicing different moves. And that got me to playing Division I and got me a free education. So continue to study your game, continue to practice, and you'll go far.